Hi guys. How are you doing today? It's a little bit quiet in here because someone is napping. But if you were able to catch this earlier, here is the bread dough. So that's proofed for an hour already. And then I'm just gonna punch it down and then let it go again for at least another half an hour. But it's almost doubled in size already, so we're looking really good. And then I have a bunch of ingredients in the other cam right there that we're gonna use in a little bit. So I think I'm just gonna stir this up with a spoon or a spatula. Ooh, it's looking good. So this is what we're looking at right now. The gluten's developing really nicely. And then us punching this down right now is gonna give it a very nice crust later on. It looks beautiful. So I'm just gonna cover that back up and let it proof for the next half an hour. And then I'm gonna go through what else we're gonna do in a little bit. So, menu today is lemongrass chicken banh mi. So, I have some chicken legs here that I have to debone with you guys. That's the first thing that we're gonna do, just so we can get the chicken marinating really nicely. And then obviously that bread dough is for the banh mi's later on. I thought, hey, why not just make it on stream and see how it goes? I've never made these before, so I don't know how it's gonna turn out. And then we're gonna do some vegetable salad rolls. So the little rolls that are clear with the rice paper. And then for dipping sauces, I'm gonna do a spicy peanut sauce and some nuoc sham. So that's like the clear sauce with like fish sauce, and it's kind of sour and sweet. It should go really nice with all of that. And timeline, I would say if you wanna make the bread, probably 3-ish hours at least. Give yourself to prep all this stuff. But otherwise, if you're just buying the bread and making the sandwiches, I would say max 2 hours to make all of this stuff. Like the chicken should marinate for at least an hour before you do anything with it. That's the big thing here. So I'm just gonna go through the order of preparation that I think is gonna go down today, and then we'll do our ingredients after that. So first thing, I just did the punch on the dough, so that's the first one. And we might do 2 more, but just depending on how it looks, I might just do 1 more in half an hour. And then after that, we can shape the bread and let it proof again. So I usually stream until around 6 o'clock or 5:30. So the bread only takes about 20 minutes to bake, which is not long. That's really great. And we can kind of time ourselves out from there. And then the next thing we're gonna do, so marinate the lemongrass chicken, but I also have to debone it first. And then we're gonna pickle the vegetables. So I have carrots and radishes there that we're gonna dice up really fine. I have a mandolin, so that's what I'm gonna use. And then after that, I thought we would make the sauces just so they have a little bit of time to sit and marinate together. Sauces are always better like the next day. And then I was thinking after that I would be able to shape the baguettes. And that gives us about half an hour to 20 minutes for the oven to preheat. So while those are chilling out, hi Shiro, how are you? Sorry, I'm talking a little bit quiet right now just because someone's sleeping in the house, but we'll turn it up in a little bit for sure. Welcome to the stream. So once the baguettes are shaped, we're gonna cook the vermicelli. It does not take long at all. All you have to do is get some hot water going and then drop the noodles in for about 5 minutes. They don't even have to boil. They just gotta sit in the hot water. And then we're gonna reuse that hot water to soften up our rice paper. So this is how you buy it. And then you just dunk that into the water until it's soft and pliable. And then by the time we do those, we should be able to bake the baguettes. So that gives us 20 minutes. So in that 20 minutes, I thought we would be able to make the salad rolls. And then after those are all done, we're gonna put the chicken into the oven for the banh mi's. That's after the baguettes are cooked, because the baguettes have to sit for at least probably 20 minutes to cool off before you even cut into them. You don't want to ruin that bread that you worked so hard on. And then obviously after the chicken is cooked, then we can make the banh mi's. Delicious. So that was my order that I hope is gonna work today. I've never made any of these things yet before, so this is a first for me as well. Okay, ingredients. There is quite a bit of ingredients, but there's also some like duplicates in some of the recipes. So like I have 2 pages worth here that I'm just gonna list off. So for my chicken, I have 6 chicken legs, but I'm gonna debone them into the thighs and drumsticks just so they cook a lot faster in the oven. And then in the other cam, you'll be able to see all these things that I'm gonna list off. So 1 stalk of lemongrass, 1 shallot, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 lemon, some fish sauce, which I just have back there, soy sauce, and brown sugar. That's the marinade for the chicken. And then for the banh mi, like fillings and stuff like that, obviously we're gonna need some mayo. And then traditionally they like to use some mint and cilantro. So I got those. And maybe we'll do chopped peanuts. I don't really know yet because we do have the peanut sauce. So we'll see how it goes. We might be able to throw in the peanuts in the oven and toast them up real quick. And then the radish and cucumber, which we are going to pickle first, as well as the carrot. And then some really nice jalapenos, which we're going to slice nice and thin to put on the sandwich. I find, yeah, pickle. No, we need pickles. We have to. That's how the Vietnamese do it. Trying to stay like really traditional today. And then for the salad rolls, we'll need the vermicelli noodles, the rice paper, and a little bit of lettuce. For the peanut sauce, I'm gonna do probably only a little bit of sauce. So 1/2 cup of smooth peanut butter. You can do crunchy by all means if you like a crunchy sauce. And 2 tablespoons of hoisin, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, a clove of garlic, a teaspoon of sriracha or any kind of spicy sauce that you like to use. You could also do like red chili flakes. And then we're gonna thin that out with a little bit of warm water. Shiro, you're the best. Okay, so nuoc sham. That's like the really fishy, like sweet and sour sauce that I love to dip my spring rolls in, but I'm not making any spring rolls today, so we'll use it for the salad rolls instead. So 1/2 cup of hot water, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of either lime or lemon juice. I don't have any limes right now, so I'll just use lemon. 1/4 cup of fish sauce, so that's like fish sauce almost in 3 places already. 1 clove of garlic, and this is optional, but you can also put like a thinly sliced red chili into it. They're usually called bird's eye if you're looking for them. And then the pickles. This is like a really nice fresh pickle. You can eat it right away. That's why I love to do it, because it doesn't have to sit for like weeks on end before you can eat it. That's just torture. So quick pickle is 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 cup of water, and 1/2 cup of rice vinegar. And we're not going to heat this brine up at all because we want the pickles to stay really nice and crisp. So first things first, let's get on to deboning the chicken. And I'm just gonna turn the camera a little bit. Actually, I should be able to just do it in front of me here. Going down. So I always like to use like a nice plastic cutting board over any wood cutting board when I'm working with meat, just so it doesn't get like really bacteria into your wood. It's more sanitary. So deboning a chicken leg. The first thing we're gonna do is cut around the knuckle. And this is actually called a boning knife, if you're ever looking for that. And then we're just gonna go along the drumstick. And then down, and you can kind of see the thigh bone just on the bottom here. Hi Kate, how are you? Sorry I'm talking a little bit quiet, but someone's napping in my house right now. So I'm just gonna keep prepping. It's a quiet day today. And then we're just gonna follow the thigh bone along there. And then the next thing we gotta do is kind of just peel the meat away from the bones. You'll definitely want a nice sharp knife for this. And try to get as much meat as you can off of the bone. What do you mean? What's wrong with it? It's a Victorinox. It's like a cheap one. You guys are crazy. Okay, carrying on. And then also be aware of like where the knuckles are, because you don't want to cut your knuckle into your meat, because then you don't want to be like crunching on that later on in your sandwich. That wouldn't be too appealing. And then if you need to, just flip this over and do the other side. I always like to buy whole chickens and then break them up. So like right before I started streaming today, I did up some chicken breast supremes, and then I just put the wings together with the chicken carcass, and then I always use that after for some soups. Nice. I love my shin knife. Like, I haven't even taken it to get sharpened yet, and I've had it for 3 years. It's so durable, and the money is worth it, I have to say. Like, that's definitely the best knife I've ever used. And plus, my expensive one was a gift. I didn't go out and buy that for myself. But like, even just the classic series is so, so good. So there's our deboned chicken leg. Can I flex my biceps? I am strong, but that's not why I'm on the stream today. So I got pretty much all of the meat off of this, which is exactly what you're looking for. And then I'm just gonna put this back into the bowl that we're gonna marinate in. So carrying on, this shouldn't take you more than like 20 minutes. It's always hilarious when a guy asks a girl to flex their biceps. Just saying. Like, I don't know what you want to get out of that. Oh, it's not even the first time I've heard it, Hellblazer. Like, almost on the daily. Yeah, but you know what? I'll take the view, honestly. That's what I'm just like keep telling myself. Oh, it's just an extra view. Let's see if I can like go faster and faster on each chicken leg. Because you should be able to do it better than the first time, right? Practice always makes perfect. And honestly, sorry it's so quiet today, guys. I will turn on music though when I get the chance. It's all ready and set up. Just someone's not feeling very well in my house today and I want them to rest, but I wasn't gonna not stream. And hopefully this Bahn Mi will bring them back to life. Honestly though, show your feet, okay? Everyone already knows that I cook in slippers though. People are funny. Okay, that one was definitely a lot easier. Getting better. And if you want, keep these bones for soup or anything like that. It's really easy to just freeze them and have them on hand. But if you don't have room, no problem. So another beautiful deboned chicken leg. I have 4 more. I know, soup. I made ramen last time with my extra chicken bones. I'm not sure what I want to make. I might make like a Mexican tortilla soup of sorts. Or a pozole. But seriously though, like that's why I'm here, is to try and like teach you guys. I'm giving myself 6 months to like get this going. I'm so bad at like gaming and stuff, but I might start like a little bit in the mornings just so I can catch like all of my Euro people before it's like midnight. I used to be so bad with raw meat when I was younger. Like, I wouldn't refuse to even touch anything that's like raw meat. And now it just doesn't bug me. But one funny story is like when I was in culinary school, we did like a butchery course of obviously. And like the day that we did the whole lamb, I almost passed out. I don't know, like just the smell. It was so strong. And I was like, I have to leave the room. But other than that, I find I'm pretty good with raw meat now. It doesn't bug me as much. You just like have to, I guess, respect the animal that it came from, right? Like you have to realize that. But like this is a blessing that you can eat this because not everyone gets to. So just treat it with respect and that's it. I mean, that's the only way people survived way back, right? They didn't get their meat just like handed to them boneless, skinless. So I think it is kind of our duty to learn how to process animals if you choose to eat them. I went to a school called NATE in Alberta, so I live in Canada. And I took the 2-year program. Super, super fun. I loved it so much. It was like the best time of my life. And then I passed with honors. You're not a chef, Kate? but you just know your knives. That's fair. Man, some people call themselves chefs and they're not even like chefs at all. Let's just be honest. Yay! We did good. It's kind of sad to say, but I'm pretty sure there's only like 5 people out of my 40-person class that are still cooking in restaurants right now. But like even myself, like I can now say that I'm not cooking in a restaurant. But I had to step away for a bit. It was getting too crazy in Vancouver. And I really wanted to like try and stream and maybe like start a little business from home. So I'll see how this goes. But so far so good. I'm like almost a month in now. And I've been doing this 5 days a week. So kind of just treating it as a job, but only streaming for about 3 hours a day. But it does take like a lot of organization to be able to do this every day. Boom, another one. Okay, we got what, 2 left? Yes. Oh, that's beautiful, Kate. That sounds so nice. I mean, even just talking to some people that I have cooked with in kitchens, I think my program was pretty good as well. Like we did a cheese making and everything like that. One thing I really do want to take is like a solid baking course at like one of the schools in the States. Even if it's just like one of their weekend courses, I think that would be a blast. Because like, yeah, you can learn a lot of stuff on your own, but it's always more fun to watch someone, right? Which is exactly what you guys are doing. I knew it, Mia. I totally knew it. I was like, she's gone. And you know what? I love that. I put you to bed. Shiro, thank you for the follow. Love you. Appreciate it. I always love to see new faces in here. Mia, I'm talking like so quiet today because my mom is sleeping. She's having a nap. She's not feeling good. I was like, well, I'm streaming anyways, so here I am. Quietest, most relaxing stream ever. Oh, sometimes your knife is like too sharp and you just like cut into the bone. It's so annoying. Okay. This has only taken me 20 minutes. I'm good. Chicken skills. Oh shit, Ainies. He's here. What's up, man? How's your day going? I know you know me and my chicken skills. Sometimes they're better than others, so this one's giving me a run for my money. Okay, there's another one. There's no like cartilage or anything in there. That's what you really want to make sure. You don't want to bite down on anything crunchy. Yeah, sharp knife problems. I know this stream I feel is gonna be like really fun. We're gonna do all sorts of stuff. We have to make pickles. We're making the baguettes, which I'm gonna go check on that bread in a sec after I'm done this. Yeah, so good. I've never made this bread from scratch, and I really like making bread. So hopefully it turns out well. So what all I'm doing is, if you guys missed it, is just following the natural bone. So going down from the knuckle and then to the thigh. Yeah, Annie's, my mom's not feeling good, so she's having a nap. So I'm being really quiet. I'm surprised I haven't even woken her up yet. Kush is taking care of her. But as soon as she's up, though, we're gonna get the tunes cranking and we're gonna start going. I feel like I cook slower without music on. I'm just like bred to cook with music on all the time. Yeah, she's sick. Oh, Dog's in here. What are you doing in here? Get out of there, chicken tie. Oh. Holy shit, Oma's in here too? I can't wait for the day that I like randomly don't stream and you guys are just like gonna get so upset at me. Okay, there we go. We're good. Got all of our ties. Alright guys, it's true, Oma. I couldn't find the yellow one. I totally couldn't find it. Okay. I gotta grab the marinade ingredients. So if you guys missed it, the marinade for the chicken is 1 stalk of lemongrass, 1 shallot, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 lemon, a tablespoon of fish sauce, that's like the key, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, so that'll give like really nice seasoning and flavor. So definitely watch your salt for that later on. And then 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Oh, she's up. It's true, Oma, he actually did just get here. You're like, well, might as well go see Kate tear up some chickens. Love you guys. Kate, mother is up. We can turn it up now, guys. Turn it up. Just the 1 onion, sir. Sounds good, Dog. You get back to work. Oh, Posh is here. Okay, so lemongrass. This is a key thing, is we're gonna like bash it a bunch of times just to get like all the fragrance out of there, and that way it won't be as hard either when we go to cut it. No, because, Oma, no, because I ended up restarting my computer last night because it froze, and then I lost your little Google thing to me, but I have everything up that I need to do just to add the emote. So if you send it to me again, I'll for sure put it on today. My webcam, so I think my main one is the C922, the Logitech, and then the other one back there is C920. How is that? Better? Thanks. She's better. Woohoo! Fish sauce, soy sauce. And 1 lemon. Let's use this one. Okay, let's do this. Because I know you guys love watching what I do. Yeah, she's alive. So just cut off this one end. And if any of the leaves like really want to fall off, just peel it off. You don't really need that at all. Plus it's pretty dirty. So take the back of your knife and just bash your lemongrass, like pretty hard. You can kind of see how it's breaking up. Ah, it's flying everywhere. I might cut off just a little bit more off the stalk. Oh, the police. Leave this one. Stupid thing. And then we're just gonna slice it really thin, guys. So as thin as you can, because lemongrass is pretty hard. You don't want to bite down on like a huge chunk of it. This is what gives us like all of our amazing flavor today. You cannot make this without it. So I would only go about like halfway up the stalk until it gets really, really woody. So like this is just like gross, so we're not gonna use that part. She needs some wine. Maybe. She's having withdrawals. What did you tell them? Monica said it.
Yeah, well, what did you tell them?
That you were napping.
Oh.
Okay, so that's gonna go into our chicken. Let's slice our shallot up really nice and thin as well. That way we'll get the most flavor out of it. Your clips are the greatest. That's what's gonna propel me, Amy, is those clips. I see it, Oma. It's staring at me. I just haven't looked at it yet. Oh, it should be still in my whispers, shouldn't it? I'm dumb. Straight up. I did something dumb. It's true, Bran. Smoking big doinks.
Oh my god.
These young kids, they know how to ail something or heal an ailment.
Fix everything.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm crying already. Shallot's great. It's true, guys. It's true. Oh, it's gonna be deadly. Another one? Well, I have another one, but maybe we can pickle it instead of putting it into the marinade. Smash your garlic, the fun part. It's true. Okay, more shallots, I'll pickle it. That way it won't be as strong. We want to taste lemongrass, not just onion, guys. I'm sniffling. So let's just mince that with our garlic press. Handy dandy. And I think I might actually throw some green onions into this mix, just because I think that will be really good in here as well. Chicken's dead already. That's actually a good question. I feel like it kind of does taste like grass. It's just more fragrant than anything. Like, it just has its own flavor. That is so good. Okay, I'm crying, guys. Okay, next thing in is our 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. But y'all know me, I don't measure. But I would measure the fish sauce, so 1 tablespoon. And that is also a little bit salty, so keep that in mind. But you need it. It's a must. And we're gonna balance that out with a tablespoon of brown sugar as well. Lemons, always get your hand under there if you don't have like a fancy press. Reduced sodium. I actually use the Bragg's like liquid soy seasoning instead of soy sauce. And for any of those glutards, that's for you, because that one's gluten-free. The best soy sauce, I would probably have to say Kikkoman still. Super good. Sugar. Oh God, I'm scared. How? Yeah, that makes sense, Oma. Thai people love their lemongrass too. I don't get it. F out of the way. Okay. Let's give this a little tossy toss. Oh, I almost forgot the green onions. Sidetracked. I'm only gonna do 1 stalk. So just cut off the little white end there. And just slice that really nice and thin. Toss it. And traditionally, this chicken is usually grilled, but I don't like grilling while I'm on stream because I hate running back and forth. And it's really hard to watch the grill. I don't trust it. So I'm just gonna bake these in like a really hot oven instead. And hopefully set the fire alarm off again. So let's get this all happy. And if you can, marinate this overnight. Probably tastes a lot better. But it said minimum 1 hour, so we're gonna be just fine. Make sure everything's really nicely coated. It's smelling amazing already. Just kind of pack it down. Like so. And that is happy. Put a shower cap on the smoke detector. That's brilliant. Just suffocate it and it won't even know. See? Like curries and sauces like that are always better the next day. Okay, chicken is marinated. So next thing on the list is to pickle our vegetables. And this is just a cold pickle. We're not gonna do any hot brine just because we want our veggies to stay really nice and crisp. Yes, it's true, Mia. So good. Now I wanna make curry. And I'm just gonna go grab our bread dough. So, this beautiful stuff has been proofing since 2. I don't know if you guys caught that like little half-hour clip or not, but I punched it down already, first thing in this stream. And we're already at a half-hour in since I did that. And I'm gonna stir it up one more time before I go to shape the little baguette loaves. So this is gonna sit for another half an hour. So that gives us a little bit of time to work on our pickles and stuff. And then every time you stir this up or like punch down the air, that's creating more gluten and that'll give you that really nice crispy baguette crust. That's key. I always hate like buying a baguette and it's just like soft on the outside. I'm like, that's not a baguette. Hey, pickles. So I have my carrots and radish. You can also, if you can find it, get daikon. That's like the really big white radish. Super good and stinky. I've made kimchi with it before. Obviously peel our carrots first. And I'm not gonna peel the radish at all because I want that really nice contrast from the red skin. But keep in mind when you pickle radishes, the skin does like bleed out a little bit of that color. So don't do them with anything white like a daikon because it will change color. But it should be fine with the carrots. I guess we'll see how it goes. Burgers. Yum. Always better when you make it yourself. And then if you don't have a mandolin at home, then you're gonna have to julienne your veg really thin for these pickles. I linked my mandolin and everything like that into my Amazon thing on my channel if you guys want to check it out. There's like most of my kitchen tools. I know Mia wanted that yesterday. Yeah, don't even talk about that grill. I don't even want to hear it. You're making curry, Mia? Yum. So I always just like keep the radishes on its little green and then cut them off of that instead of like unbunching it all and cutting it off after. It's a lot less messy that way. I know that's my next thing, is to do my wish list as well. Tristan, what is up? I know there's a few of us that like to cook on here. Ouch. I just stepped on a piece of lemongrass. But it's a blast. I get really good viewers on here. Just washing my radishes off. Oh, the neighbor's trailer. You can see it over there. We won't talk about that neighbor. Actually, maybe we will. So every morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, starts his motorbike. And it's not quiet. And he also tends to blast his radio at the same time on his motorbike. And it literally sounds like he's just playing a radio in my bedroom. It's terrible. So I'm still trying to figure out how to solve this situation, because we already asked him once to not do it. I love you guys creeping. I know. Frickin' neighbors. They're terrible. Like, I moved out of the big city to get away from dumb people. And I guess I'm still not far enough out. So, best thing about this little mandolin, guys, is it comes with little julienne attachment blades. Call the social. Yeah. Then he'll know what's up. And then these little blades just screw in to the bottom of the mandolin. And that way you don't have to do like your julienne by hand. Super, super handy. No, I don't. Some nails. Sam said deflate his tires, but I said that was a little excessive. But then my idea was to like grab an egg and hide in between the cars, and after he drives by, just throw the egg at his back and he wouldn't even know. It has to be like abrupt, but not knowing where it came from. Okay guys, mandolining these little radishes. Let's see if this is gonna work. So you get super fine pieces like that. I do have my guard here today, so I might use it. But we'll see how this goes. It seems dangerous. Okay, let's see how the carrot goes instead. Yeah, don't do that. A giveaway. You guys are hilarious. I know, I was like, what if I just go out holding a knife one morning? Maybe he would get it. I think I chose the one that's too thin. I have another blade. Let me see if it'll work better. That's a good one. That's a very sneaky one. You guys are savage. I love it. So now I know how Europeans work. Meatless Monday. I love it. Let's see how this one is. Ah! Actually, I like that one better. It's a little bit thicker. That way it'll hold up to the pickling and such. I don't know how I feel about this mandolin right now. Oh, this is working better. Let's try this thing. I don't even think it can stab into the carrot though. Guys, it's too scary. I'm just gonna use my knife because that'll be way faster than this. It was too scary. Knife skills, yeah. That might be the start of a new trend. You never know, right? Yeah, imagine it's Mr. Motorcycle. No, I'm doing these knife skills for you guys. See, Oma, I knew it would come into use at some point. Yeah, but I don't know though, it might ruin Twitch. Because that one guy already ruined YouTube for everyone by posting that like suicide forest. Do you guys remember that? That was aggressive. Oh, radishes are rolling. Yeah, that's his name. Good old Logan Paul. So the only thing we're looking for here is to keep your carrots consistent in size, just so they pickle evenly. If you have to go slow, then go slow. But I always like to challenge myself, especially because I'm not cooking professionally anymore every day, to like keep my skills up. Timberlord, I just saw your follow. Sorry I missed it earlier. I sometimes run around and have my back turned. Okay, so I know I did like a little bit of radish really small, but I think these other ones, I'm just gonna slice them nice and thin into rounds, and that'll look really nice still. What Three Musketeers video? How aggressive does this chopping sound right now for you guys? What do I look for in a radish? Well, first off, if they're like cracked or anything, that means it's not fresh. So all of these are like really nice and red. The skin is like pretty much perfect. It has no blemishes. And then when you cut into it, like it's really nice and juicy, and you can almost see through it. Like that's how I know a radish is really nice and fresh. You will find some like drier radishes though when you cut into them. There's just like no juice in it at all. And you can almost like see the fibers in the radish. But these look great. Super, super nice, considering it's the middle of winter. Oh yeah, she just ate food. She just had her dinner. Now she's like, hello, I like radish as well. I'd like to finish off my dinner with a little bit of fresh radish, if you could. Maybe just one little piece, please. Okay, there is the veg for our pickles. Actually, let's see. Let's see if she'll eat that. I guess it's good. She doesn't think it's spicy, guys. I know she loves veggies. Okay, I'm gonna just put this into a bowl. And then the recipe. So you're supposed to massage the veggies with the sugar and salt. So 1/4 cup of sugar and a tablespoon of salt. And let it sit for like 20 minutes and kind of marinate. And then pour in your water and vinegar afterwards. Sometimes Kush, sometimes Posh. We do what we can, guys. The chicken is looking juicy. Look at, it's got more juices now. It's getting happy. Okay, 1 tablespoon of salt and a 1/4 cup of sugar is going in. Carrot for Kush, she left me. She's fine. I feel like that's a ton of sugar. What are you talking about? Well, I would be talking to myself if you guys weren't here. Some streams when I start, that's how it is. I'm just gonna toss these with tongs as well. It seems like too much sugar, but this is like a traditional recipe. There is still like 1/2 cup of vinegar going in, so it does make sense. And a cup of water. But when I think about it, like Vietnamese pickles are always a little bit more sweet than they are sour. And then that will kind of complement like the spicy jalapeno in the banh mi, as well as the like really strong cilantro. So like we're gonna watch this kind of get really juicy in the next 20 minutes, you'll see. So pickles are pretty much done. Just gonna wipe my board off. And I'm also just gonna rinse off my mandolin real quick, just so none of that veg starts to stick to it. Because that's pretty annoying to clean. What I'm gonna have to do is sharpen my blade after this epi. Have a Kit Kat. Okay, next thing on the list is make our nuoc sham. So, 1/2 cup of hot water, another 1/4 cup of sugar, a 1/4 cup of lemon juice, and a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. Yeah, sharpen it for the neighbor for sure. Berserk, hello. How are you today? What kind of dessert would I make with this? Probably some kind of like coconut rice with mango. Or just do like a simple ice cream of sorts. Onion cake. It was a trick question. Okay, so I'm gonna get my water going. 1/2 cup. Thanks, Tristan. Fun fact, my dad built this kitchen. Okay, our water is going. That should not take very long to heat up. And then I'm just gonna end up pouring it into one of these little bowls and mixing it up that way. That way I don't have to dirty that pot at all. It will happen, Oma. It will. It's in the book still. Oh, fudge is good. I should make some maple fudge. Every time. I love, like, coconut anything. I just love. It's true. We can make ice cream one day, guys. I do have a little ice cream maker here. It should be made with coconut milk. Just because it's so fatty. Like, that's what gives it the really nice texture. Okay, so sugar is in the bowl. Now I'm just gonna do my lemon, fresh squeezed. What? So I have to go find the hand crank one. I used one of those when I was young. It was fun. Or I'll just go get some liquid nitrogen. Is that a thing in Europe yet? Like the liquid nitrogen ice cream shops? Tristan, thank you for the follow. Hope you're having fun. And a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. That's so much. Terrifying. So fishy. And then I also like to do like a little bit of garlic in my noix sham as well as a bird's eye chili. So a little tip here, I always like to buy like a pack of chilies and then keep it in the freezer. That keeps it really nice and fresh all the time, and they defrost in a really little amount of time. Is it up here still? Or did we lose them? Yeah. This just in. There are no bird's eye chilies. So we're just gonna do a little bit of chili flake instead. Best fish sauce? I actually do have a brand. I don't know what it's called though, but it's Thai. It's not this one though. It's not this one. I have to catch up with you guys. You're going out to eat. Where are you going? You need all of the cups for my recipes. You guys are hilarious. So we just want to melt the sugar into here. That's why we heated up our water. Titanium? Yes, that's it. The squid brand. That's the one. Man, I was hunting for the chilies. Okay, so I gotta mix my 1 clove of garlic into here. Oh, yum berserk. Well, you'll see it today if you're able to watch the full stream. Let's do like half a teaspoon of chili flakes. And keep in mind, by heating these chili flakes up, it's gonna get a lot hotter and spicy compared to if you just put it on your food cold. That's why I didn't add too much. Onto the Bahn hammer. No. But the next person that asks me about my eyebrows, I just might. I just might take it there. Okay, so we didn't add any salt just because fish sauce is so salty. Oh, kitty! So cute. But I am gonna taste this. It's actually good. It's not too fishy. I was worried there. So one sauce is done. And then let's give our chicken a toss again. I almost wish they were fake just so that I could like peel them off and like freak everyone out. And be like, well, I actually don't have eyebrows. That's getting happy. Okay, next sauce. Spicy peanut sauce. So good. One of my favorites. And let's check this. Look how much liquid is coming out of there already. If I go closer, you'll be able to see. So that was just the salt and sugar. That's how much moisture it's drawing out of the veg already. And what was that? Maybe 5 minutes? Science. Yeah, that was like a thing, is like shaving part of your eyebrow off. I remember that. That meant you were really cool. So peanut sauce, half a cup of peanut butter. I'm using the smooth kind, but by all means, you can use chunky if that's what you want. And then 2 tablespoons of hoisin. What are eyebrows? You mean you're not supposed to have just one? It's true, Oma. I do have a little bit of history for you guys. Just, I want to get all this stuff going first. I did some reading though. So good, so nutty. No, no, no. We are from Canada. Canada. as I'm sure I sound like I'm saying. Okay, 2 tablespoons of hoisin. It's just like a sweet brown sauce. What's actually in here? Water, sugar, soybeans, salt, cornstarch, vinegar, spices, caramel color. Hoisin. It's true. I always root for the Olympic team. Like, that's the only time I really watch hockey now. Because it's so good always. And the struggle is real. Oh. Okay, there we go. Viscous. Okay. 1 tablespoon of soy. What? And then 1 clove of garlic again. We're getting so garlicky today, guys. But I'm just using small ones for the sauces. I'm not using anything big. I think that's actually true, Berserk. That none of the NHL players are allowed in the Olympics this year. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure I heard that on the news at some point. And like now they're all worried that no one's gonna watch it, right? But it's still gonna be great. Like if anything, it'll be better because they're gonna try harder. Beans. And 1 teaspoon of sriracha, guys. Or whatever you want that is spicy. That much. Yeah. Yeah, no veg. Crazy stuffs. And then I'm just going to stir this up a bit. And then we're going to thin it out with some warm water. Just to get the consistency right. Like, this is such an easy sauce to make. There's no way you should be paying like $8 for this portion of sauce in the grocery store when it's this easy to make. It's getting thick. Okay, I'm gonna measure out the water for us, just so we know. Let's do 1/8 of a cup to start. Oh, I don't know how much it actually is to buy. 'Cause I don't usually buy this in the store. Sounds good, Berserk. We'll be here. Did we have hockey in our school? There was like a hockey academy, but there was also a soccer academy or like a football academy, which I was in that. really enjoyed playing soccer when I was younger. So that's a little too thick still. So I think I'm gonna add the rest of this. So that's 1/4 of a cup. Don't do it, Mia. You gotta let them love you. Denmark, yeah. We're getting there. Are we happy with that? Yeah, I'm doing history after I finish the sauces. Calm your ish. I think that's a good consistency though. And I have to taste it. Mmm. I do think it needs more salt though. Like it's not super tasty. Let's see. They just use you. I think we're actually good after that little bit of salt. So 2 sauces are done. I can put some of this stuff away. And we're gonna finish our pickle now as well. So, rice vinegar, I'm gonna do 1/2 cup, as well as 1 cup of water. And that'll give our pickles super nice and briny flavor. Oma's gonna leave us. And these will keep for like a good month if you put them in a jar in your fridge. But they are really good right away as well. That's why I wanted to show you guys how easy it was to make a quick pickle. And those are just gonna marinate. I think I'm gonna stick them in the fridge just so they do stay nice and crisp. And then we'll check on them later on when it comes time to making our sandwich. It would be, Tristan. It would be. I feel like just even putting that in the camera is like making you guys mad again. So I'll just keep that over here. Okay, what do we have for time? Where are we at? Oh, now he's on me. Finstern! Thank you for the follow. Thanks for staying on my case. I told you sometimes I don't look, but I always do go back and check. I never forget. Okay, it's 4:23. The bread takes half an hour to proof after I shape it, and then 20 minutes to bake. So I'm going to shape it now. Human broth. I love you guys. So let's do our bread. Clear off my little area just like yesterday and the day before. Smelling very fishy in here already though. In a good way, I guess. Everything's marinated. Oh, in the pickles, the onion in the pickles. Okay, I'll put the shallot in there. 2 seconds. Shallot. Gotta turn it down if you're clipping. Kush says, oh, we're making a clip? I'm here. Come on. Come here. That's her spot. She's like, I smelt that. Not really a fan. Okay, I am just going to slice this thin this way. So pretty much the same as the marinade. But if you guys really love onions, then you can cut it thicker. So YouTube wouldn't let me upload the Thick Thursday video because it said thick in the title. I tried uploading it for like 3 days straight, and then finally I got an email. I'm sorry, but your title doesn't match our requirements. I was like, what? I have no idea. I have no idea, guys. It's hilarious, though. That looks like a really nice mix, I have to say. It's really nice and bright. Since thought, yeah. Okay, just grabbing the bread now. She needs crackers. That is nutso, Tristan. This is our baguette. Look how fluffy it is. You want the Breton ones? Or the bagely ones? I'll give you options. Cracker options. Where's the no thing Okay, so this recipe says it makes 2 15-inch baguettes, but I want to make 4 separate sandwiches, so I'm going to cut it into 4. Holy. That's some sticky stuff. Ready? Do the crazy one. Oh, I will. Wait for it. That is some crazy dough, guys. Got my trusty bucket of flour. The usual. Okay, I'm gonna divide this first before I even put any flour onto it at all. So I'm gonna try and get 4 even pieces out of it, which I think I need to put a little bit more onto that side. Back over there. Okay, we're good. And then to shape, just a little bit of flour to put your dough onto. So I'm just gonna transfer that onto there. It's so sticky. And then flour the top as well. I have a sibling, so a little while ago when you saw Rando Crom in the chat, that's my brother. And he lives in Alberta still with his girlfriend. We're trying to get him out here. But for now, it's just us. And so, time to shape. You're gonna wanna flatten this out into a nice rectangle. I don't know. It's just great. Yeah, sorry, Anies. There's no other Kates. And then I'm just gonna roll this into itself. This looks so funny. And then just twist the ends a little bit. And then I'm gonna plop that onto a sheet pan with parchment. Yeah, there's a dough balls, Kate, bro. Why roll? There are a couple techniques, so I'll show you another different technique. But that is the first kind that I learned when I was making baguettes. And then we're also rolling it just to develop more gluten. So all of those strands are gonna eventually expand, right? Let's move this right here. Do you think it'll stick onto this pan? Because it has to bake at like 450. So just transfer that little guy
I would say yes.
onto here. She crazy dough. Honestly, no other female friends that are not already taken that are amazing cooks. You gotta work fast on that. They get snatched up quick. Okay, next one. So this one, I'm not gonna flatten out like as long. So let's see what I can do here. And always make sure that it's not sticking, because that would be a shame. Okay, so another way to fold is to do one fold in, so the top part, press it down, and then the other fold on top. And then you can kind of just roll it into the baguette shape, and then twist your ends again. That's what I've heard, Tristan. Us Canadians. So twisting those ends closed are gonna keep your bread like nice and taut, I guess. It's not gonna fall apart at all when it bakes in the oven. These pieces are attacking my tray. This is the craziest dough I've ever worked with, I think. I've made quite a few different kinds of breads. Taut. Yeah, I said it. Let's do the roll again. Oh, it's sticky. So you do want to make sure that your bread is like rolled quite tight. You don't want too many air pockets, because then when you go to cut into it after, then you're gonna get big holes in your bread. And that will be sad, because then you're just eating air. I'm just gonna flour this little piece. Last one. I think I'm in the same boat, Tristan. All these crazy words. Us crazy North Americans. And our gangsta rap. Okay, so this one I'm gonna fold again. What is on fleek? My eyebrows. I don't know why that's a saying. No. Okay, there's our little baguettes. They're looking real happy. I'm kind of worried because I didn't put parchment underneath, but they bake at like 450 Fahrenheit. So that would just burn in the oven. The only thing that would help this situation was to like have a baguette pan. But I might just sprinkle like a buttload of flour onto the pan right now. It's okay, Berserk. I feel ya. I'm gonna fix these baguettes real quick, though. That would be a shame to do all this work and then have them stick. So let's just cover this sheet pan in flour. Okay, I feel a lot better about that. Now I'm just gonna cover them with like a tea towel and let them proof for another 20 minutes. But first I have to wash all the dough off of my hands. That was some sticky stuff. I'm getting there. Tell you about the sauce in a bit. It kind of does sound like Justin Timberlake. Biggest singer in the world. Okay. The babes are going to bed. And I'm just going to put this here actually. This is a nice little warm spot. Oh, it's true. Okay. Okay, I'll do story time now while the oven's preheating. So turning the oven on to 450. And then one key thing we have to do is put a pan of water in the bottom. So I'm just gonna use like something like this. Yeah. And then that's gonna kind of steam the bread, which makes that really nice crust. So that's our trick, since we don't like have a really nice bread oven here. And then I see that I also have to switch around my racks. So bread baking should always be in the top third. And then I'm just gonna put that pan of water right underneath. And that's good to go. So 20 minutes from now, AKA, let's say 5 o'clock, the bread can go in. Yeah, I loved all of his old music, but I downloaded his album as well, the new one, and I've only gone through like 5 songs. It wasn't that good though. Kind of sad. Okay, history. So, banh mi is actually the Vietnamese word for bread. It doesn't actually mean sandwich, which that's what we all think it is. And then the bread, it specifically means baguette, which was introduced by the French during the colonial period in Vietnam, which I think was like 1887 to 1954, if I can remember that right from what I read earlier. And then the bread is most commonly shaped into a single serving baguette, so that's why I did that today instead of doing the big one. And it's a lot more airier than the baguettes that you find here, so we'll see if I make it right. But it does have a little bit of a thinner crust than the French baguettes. And some people make the bread with rice flour. So if I make this again, I might try that method instead. And the banh mi was sold by street vendors in sandwich form starting in the 1950s. So it's relatively new. The sandwich typically consists of one or more meats, pickled vegetables, and sauces, usually a nice like sweet mayo. The most common meat is some form of pork, whether it's like pork belly that's braised, or pate, or meatballs, or even like a sliced lunch meat that's really popular. And it wasn't until the fall of Saigon, so that's for you, Oma, in 1975, that the banh mi was propelled into stardom globally. So that's probably when you saw like your peanut sauce and everything like that. And this was a popular street food long before all of us foodies came along. That's my little history. So not a ton on like peanut sauce, but it's quite interesting where the sandwich came from and how it's adapted. So like we didn't even see these sandwiches until like the 20th century. It's kind of nuts. Okay, let's go over our little order of preparation. So the next thing that I have to do is cook the vermicelli and use that water afterwards, the hot water, for the rice paper for the salad rolls. So that was my plan, to kind of get everything else going and then make the salad rolls while the baguettes were baking. And then those are ready, so if people are hungry, they can snack on it while the chicken is baking for the banh mi's. Yeah, good old French people. Well then that might be different then, because this is Vietnamese. So now I have to do an Indonesian day and look at peanut sauce for you and see where the Deutsch got it from. So all I need for the vermicelli is just a big pot of hot water. And the water does not need to boil when you put the noodles in. You just have to get it up to a boiling point and then turn it off and then soak the noodles for like 5 minutes. Danishes. He went there, Oma. Let's use this pot. And then while that is heating up, I can slice up some fresh cucumber for our banh mi and salad roll, and pick some cilantro and mint. And then I'll lay out the chicken onto a sheet pan as well. That way everything is good to go. So, don't need the lemon anymore, or the garlic. Do we want fresh onions in the banh mi? I think I'll slice up some scallions. I'm dying, guys. You guys are hilarious today. And if we don't want really spicy jalapeno, we're gonna cut out the core, which I think I'm gonna do. Let's do this. Just gonna use my paring knife. So I cut off both ends. Then I'm gonna slice this. And then try and just go around the white part and cut it out. I'm trying not to like touch too much of the jalapeno just because I don't want like spicy hands. That's spicy, it's making me cough. Like a so. And that's all happy. There's no more seeds in there. Yep. And it just like turns your whole face red. Sounds good, Tristan. Thanks for coming in and having fun with us. Hope to see you again. Ninja, I never saw your follow. Thank you. Oma, don't even talk about that. It's not even a funny situation. I don't wish that upon anybody. Okay, I think that amount is enough. I do not need this other jalapeno. We are good. Good night, Tristan. Hope you have a good one, whatever you're doing. Let's wipe this. The nuclear area. Okay, we got our jalapenos. Next, our cuke. Let's do all of it. Let's do all of it. Sounds good. And chat goes silent. Everyone's like, I thought Oma was a guy. Okay, so I'm just gonna slice this super thin. am. Because most people on here are usually guys. Just saying. You guys are cray. Now I started a gender war? Oh no. I'm just as bad as the rest of the world. Okay, our cukes are done. Sounds good, Berserk. That's hilarious. Hope you have a great night. We'll be here again. Okay, so now I want to uncover the baguettes. I'll put them over here just so you can see them. And let them get like a little bit of skin. And that way I'm gonna score them so they don't explode in the oven. Hurry, everyone, check your microwave for the beep. So I sliced this a little bit different just because if we're gonna use it as a garnish, we'll make it a little bit nicer looking. But not fancy. Just cut on the bias. Like so. Bye, Anies. I'll see you later. Hope you guys get a good rest tonight. Yeah, worst bread fail for sure. And I know you're gonna check back at the end of the stream to see how everything looked. Oh, it's gonna turn out. We'll be fine. We're good. Okay, so we got all of our garnishes now. And we're just waiting for that water to come to a boil. And I'm gonna just put a couple things away while I'm waiting for that. You guys know that's how I roll. Shall we check our lemongrass chicken as well? I'll put up the emote tonight as well, Oma, for sure. Because it looks so good. Bye. Okay, this is our chicken. So you can see it's definitely let a lot of juices out, which is good. That's the whole point of doing a marinade in it. Smelling amazing. And I'm gonna put that onto a sheet pan as well. Don't need my knife anymore. And you'll for sure want parchment for this, just because it has a little bit of sugar in it. You don't want that to burn on in the oven. And I'm gonna lay these out skin side up. That way it'll get a nice crisp on it. And I think these will only take about 15 to 20 minutes to bake at like 425 in the oven. That's why I debone them, so it wouldn't take as long to cook. Oh, always easy cleaning. Especially when you're doing like this much stuff at once. Always try and make your life easier. So that looks perfect. And this little bit of like leftover marinade and stuff, that's okay to just like toss out. You've got all the flavor out of there already. Okay, getting close. So I just grabbed my special little bread scoring knife. It's pretty much just like a razor blade with a handle on it. Pretty dangerous, but that's the best thing to use just because it is so sharp and the bread is so soft, right? But if you don't have that, serrated knives work pretty well. And this is called a lahm, L-A-H-M. I just ordered this online. It came with 10 extra blades. I think it was about $20. But this will last me like years. So, going to score this. Let's see. I'm just gonna do 3. So you can kind of see how that's opening up there because it's a little bit dried. It's okay if it's a little bit sticky. Like I said, I've never made these before, so I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. Would an Olfa knife? Is that like a box cutter? I'm pretty sure that would work just the same. Yeah, it's super fun to use. I mean, just be careful, obviously. And then always put it back in its little sheath. And then I also have this little guy too that I got with it. That's a little bread proofing basket. I do love to make sourdough in my off time. So these guys are gonna go in. And I'm gonna set a 15-minute timer just to check them then. But it does say it should bake for 20. I don't know what's gonna happen. No idea. And then after the bread bakes, we'll put the chicken into the oven and everything's gonna come together pretty quick. My water is almost boiling. Sourdough with starter always. You weren't in here earlier. But this is my little Goldilocks starter. And it's 2 months old now. So I keep it in the fridge just so I only have to feed it once a week. But I did put a little bit of this into the baguette because I'm sneaky like that. Definitely something that's really fun to experiment with all the time. I think I'm gonna leave the hoisin sauce out just because I like to eat my salad rolls with that sometimes. Yeah, it's super easy just to feed it once a week. And then I usually try and bake something once a week just so I do use it still. Mia, that's a sourdough starter. So flour and water left out to ferment. And then that creates your natural yeast, which then makes bread. So your water is feeding off whatever yeasts are stuck in your flour. Like that's all natural in the air. And that way you can make bread without using like packaged yeast. Just it takes quite a while to make, like usually a day ahead. But it's super fun. I'll do a bread stream one day. Okay, water is hot, so I can just turn that off now. And then I think instead of just pouring the noodles into the pot, I'm just gonna put them into a strainer because I want to reuse the water after. So I'm just gonna like dip it into the pot until it's nice and soft. Like that one, yeah. So, you guys want to see, I guess I can just bring this guy back. There we go. Yes, it is super tasty, Finstern. But it does take about a month of feeding until you do taste that like sourdough taste. The vermicelli should soften up in 5 minutes. No longer than that. I'm gonna have a drink of water. And I'm not gonna peek at the bread at all either. So we wanna keep all of that steam inside. So if you wanna peek, just use your oven light. But honestly, they're looking so good. They're like about like this right now. I think they're gonna get pretty big. That might be from the starter. Let's check these guys. So you want to make sure all the noodles are soft. You don't want any crunchy pieces. Yeah, you are, Bran. The recipe that I always use to make my bread is tartine country bread. It's a no-knead dough, but it does take quite a while because you do like bread folds, so you fold it on top of itself like 5 times. So every half hour for 5 consecutive times, and then it takes about an hour to bake as well. But like the loaf is usually huge. And you would need like a Dutch oven to bake that as well. So it's a little bit of an investment if you want to start baking bread at home, but it pays off because it's so much better than what you get in the store. All right. These nudes are looking good. There's a random massive piece that I'm just gonna take out. Look how big this piece of noodle is. There's no way that would have cooked. Yum. Okay, I'm gonna roll the salad rolls here, I think. So I'm gonna set up my little station. Yes. Watch on like the Bay and sites like that for cheap Dutch ovens. Usually the stobs go on sale for like half price almost. Sounds good, Monica. Hope you have a great night. Thanks for watching. And you know what I didn't do was start my timer. So let's do 10 minutes. I'm pretty sure I put those in like 5 minutes ago. They're looking so good. So now I'm gonna start on my rice paper, get that softened up. How much was this pack again? Like maybe $12? Or not even. Like $8 for this pack? I don't know how many sheets are in here. I think there's usually like 30. It's super cheap to make salad rolls. And fun. I really like the shrimp ones. I have an enamel, so I actually use a Lagostina oval one. I got it from Canadian Tire. But I'm sure you could just use cast iron as well. So here's our awesome rice paper. I love the little design that they put into it. Okay, so this was $5 for all of this. So cheap. Like, you can't even get an order of salad rolls for $5. And I'm just gonna roll these one at a time on a plate. That way it doesn't get too messy. That and that. And I'll have to grab my pickles from the fridge that we were working on. And you know what? I have a little bit of lettuce in the fridge, so I'm just gonna use that up. Check these pickles. Yeah, and peanut sauce is expensive. So these are awesome. They are a little bit softened up, but they would have got way softer if we did like a hot brine on them. So cold pickles it is, and let me just try this. Super light brine. Like, you can still taste the carrot, which is what I love. Like, it's not overpowered by any of those spices. I don't need my book anymore, so that can come out. And I'll turn the camera down just so you guys can see the station I'm working with. So I just have my like station all lined with the stuff I'm gonna use. And my noodles are just over here. They're chilling. So first, rice paper. Oh, a little bit broken. Just soak it until it's pliable. It should not take more than like 30 seconds. And be careful because it does like to stick to itself. Ah! What is this? What's even going on? Interesting. Okay, this one, not so pretty, but we're still gonna roll it. That's fine. As long as there's not a hole in like the middle part, you're fine. So first thing I'm gonna do is layer my greens down. You don't need a lot. And then let's grab a couple sprigs of fresh mint. And then our pickles. Get a good mix of everything in there. Good. And then our cucumber. I'm just keeping these super simple. Vegetarian. But if you want, go ahead and put the lemongrass chicken in. Why not? I don't think I want to put anything else in there. So to roll it, bring up your one side. And then hopefully you can kind of squish in your ends. This one's going to be so ugly. Oh, and I didn't even put noodles in it. Reminding. Okay, and some extra rice, because why not? Okay, now I might have been overzealous on this one, but that's why we're doing more than one. And try to roll it as tight as you can. It shouldn't be too hard because this stuff is really sticky. Boom. So it's actually not bad. Just the top part is open. That's okay. Because you're just going to dip that into sauce anyways, but I just like them because you can see through them and they look good. That might stick to the board, so I'm just going to get another plate. And those can just chill beside me. I have 3 minutes on this bread. They're looking great, I have to say. Let's try another one. Should probably get this over here first. Okay, that one worked a lot better. Just try not to fool around with it too much. Once again, our bed of greens. So I'm gonna make this one a little bit tighter. Mint. You could also use Thai basil in here or cilantro, but I'm doing cilantro in the banh mi, so I didn't want to like double up on my flavors. I know it looks like so fresh. It's gonna be delicious. You just want to make sure everything's spread out nicely so you get like one of everything in every bite. And then a good handful of these cucumbers. And some of the rice noodles. And then you're going to notice that your rice noodles are going to start to stick. You could dress them with an oil of sorts, but I'm just going to make do. Oh God. Now it's sticking to the plate. Let me just say shout out to the chefs that have to make these every day, because they are not that easy. Especially to not like tear the rice paper. So this one was a lot better. It's perfect. Oh, 16 seconds on my bread. So I'm not gonna start that. But now we can peek. And see what's going on. They look amazing. Those are our baguettes. They might have stuck, guys. Let me just see real quick before I stick it back in. It's a little bit stuck, but I'm gonna put those in for the last 5 minutes just to get more color on them. And hopefully when it cools off, it's just gonna shrink off of the pan. Hopefully. I know, it smells amazing. But I couldn't use parchment because it would have burnt at 450. So I guess I need to invest in a baguette pen. You're still in here, Mia. Woohoo! Salad roll, round 3. Dog, where you at? I feel ya. I never sleep with my animals either. I hate like having something that's weighing my feet down. I don't know why. I just cannot stand that. What's special about a baguette pen? Well, they are curved in shape to kind of hold the baguette. And then they're full of holes as well all over so that it's just completely aerated and you get a nice crust. And that way it doesn't stick. Chix. That too. Just the sound. It's like, what are you doing right now? Can you not clean yourself at like a normal human time? But we love them. It's so sticky. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. And then do your final roll. Some people also use 2 pieces of rice paper to do this, but I think that would be like too heavy. We already got bread in here, so we don't need that many carbs. What did I have for breakfast? So during the week, I have a smoothie every day for breakfast. And if you want, I can list off the ingredients, but there are quite a few. I call it a poop smoothie, actually, just because it usually turns out brown. But it's so delicious. So what I put in my smoothies, I start with banana and cucumber. And then add coconut water and Greek yogurt. And then I do like a protein powder, so an isolate. I use iso just because it's easier to digest than whey. And I also use like a veggie greens powder. And then I top that with some mixed nuts and spinach. And then frozen blueberries and pineapple. Poop smoothie. And that's what like sets me up for my day usually. I feel good every time I have that. Get on there. Ah! What time is it? Holy. Okay, let's check it. Those look good. That's a nice crust. So, I'm gonna turn down our oven now to 425. Yes, you are ready. I know this. Thank you. And I'm not gonna season any of this chicken just because it does have fish sauce and soy sauce on it already, so I don't want to over season it before I cook it. So that's gonna go in, and I'll set a timer for 10 minutes. That might be about halfway. And then that kind of water should be fine in there. And yes, Mia, I do. I try to go to the gym 4 times a week. It keeps me healthy and sane. Exercise is good. Okay, 4 salad rolls down. Let's keep building. Move my bread over. Did you guys get a good look at this yet? So good. I'm so excited. It's true, Finn. I gotta eat or drink that poop smoothie so then I can eat all of the foods after. Gotta start the day with something healthy. Yeah, and the vein. Yeah, I'm pretty vascular still. Definitely gonna have some leftover pickles. I'm stoked about that. They're just gonna get better as they sit. Butt burglar! You made it! What's up, girl? And Yahtzee! What up? Yeah, little salad burritos. I just put the lemongrass chicken in the oven, guys. And then I need to fix this because you need to see this bread right now. Those just came out of the oven. Yeah. Dog would eat anything that I give it, usually. The trust is there. Nice. You've been doing a lot of housework, hey? Good for you. Gotta keep those burritos tight. But don't let them touch each other, because I think they'll just stick together and then tear. There's a fine line. Oh, wow. I'm sad for you. We do get quite a few floods here though, too, from the rain. Nothing yet though. Taryn, no. And I didn't put my timer on, guys. Every time, forget the timer. Holy crap. Yeah, my dad is a handyman, so he does a lot of that work all the time. Okay, I'm almost out of greens. I do have spinach, but I don't really want to put that in. Do you want the other lettuce? Yeah, I really love painting too. You'll find whatever you're good at. Thanks, I'm excited to eat it. Except my people just like let me know that they're not gonna be home for another hour. But I'll still have a bite for you guys on stream just to make sure it's good. And I'll build a sandwich up. For sure. That's a must. Yeah, they're stuck in traffic somewhere. It's one of those days. We're just getting more lettuce together. Need it. Holy shit, I have 3 more followers left until I hit my goal again. That's nutso. I do have a salad spinner. Do you want to see it? Greatest thing ever. It's older than me. True story. They're such a good investment. Vroom vroom, yeah. That was like one of my favorite things to do when I was younger. Oh, we're having salad. I get to spin it. Yeah. Spin it up. They don't, okay? Like, they're so much cheaper than this now. Like, think about that. This thing is like 30 years old and it hasn't broken. There's no way something you buy these days is gonna last that long anymore. Ta-da! Beautiful dry lettuce. Just like that. Okay, after I make this salad roll though, I need to check if the baguette is stuck to the pan. I'm worried, guys. But hopefully letting it rest there, it just like suctioned off. That's my hope. See? They make things to break now. It ain't fair, fam. These rice noodles are hilarious. They're so sticky. The only thing I would put on for like an oil is maybe some sesame oil for some extra flavor. That'd be good. Finn, as long as you have faith, I think we're good. Okay. That's a nice plate of rolls. I'm just gonna make a bunch though, because these will keep in the fridge for probably a good 4 or 5 days. Oh yeah. It's just like the one edge. No problem. And then just take whatever extra flour is on it. Just take that off. It looks so good, guys. So you can see there where it was like almost starting to explode. Like that's what I mean. Because I didn't squirt enough at all. You can see that like the lines didn't stay. So that's where it was starting to expand instead. This one though. Baguette pan will be on order, I think, the next time that I make these. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be, though. We're good. Super soft. It's still warm though, so I'm not gonna cut into it quite yet. They were here but burglar, but they all went to bed. Because it's like 4 in the morning for them. And I'm pretty sure Mia fell asleep finally too. All I used though today was shallots. See? Yeah, chat was actually wild earlier. Like an hour ago. I couldn't even keep up almost. It's going so fast. Nope. Just being quiet, chilling. Okay, let's do a couple more salad rolls. Chicken's actually cooking really nice. The skin is starting to brown. Yeah. I actually wonder if that pan of water that's from the bread that's still in the oven, I wonder if that's keeping the chicken nice and moist. It's interesting. It's my little experiment. Okay, we got 30 seconds on this, but I'm pretty sure it's not ready yet. But I will temp it just so that I know how much longer I have to cook it for. So I am looking to get it up to about 150 Fahrenheit. And then I'll let it rest for the last 10 degrees. Smells good. And if these are done, then I'm just gonna broil the skin to get some color on it. So I'm gonna go in like the biggest piece. Let's say this guy. And see what we're at. Oh, we're there. That cooked way faster than I thought. So broil it is, my friends. I mean, if you didn't get chicken thighs with skin on, then you're good to go. But I want these to get really nice and crispy. So I'm gonna do broil instead. And I am gonna take that pan of water out now. Just because it is almost empty. Boom. And while I'm waiting for the broiler to heat up, let's do another roll. And then we're gonna build a banh mi sandwich. More rolls, more. When you think it's enough, it's not enough. Because I know you guys like watching this stuff. Even longer now? Or what?
You know where the interchange is? You know where you're working with the new one, where you go to the ferry and you go to the building in Portland? They just got through it.
I did Tiger. That was like the third thing that I did today. So I made the sauces ahead of time just so they would have time to like kind of chill out together, get married and happy. Your sauces will always be better like if you make them a day ahead. So that's why I always try and do that early on. What did I do with the extra pickles? Well, if there's extra of this, I'm just gonna put that into a jar and keep that in my fridge. And those will keep for a month if you keep your dirty hands out of there. Okay, that looks good. Before I put this pan in though, I'm gonna cut off some of this extra parchment because that might light on fire. I've had it happen once. It's not that fun. And it does not smell good at all. So whenever you're broiling, always make sure that your oven rack is on the top. That way it'll work the best. Now I can turn this up. Do you want a salad roll? Or I'm just gonna take a bite of it.
Yeah, you bite. I'll wait for you.
Salad roll and sauces. Okay, here's my 2 sauces. Tiger, did you want to know what was in the peanut sauce? It's pretty simple. I'm gonna choose, where's the ugly one that I made? Like the first one. This one. So I chose the holy one because it looks sad. And I'm gonna go for the peanut sauce first. Like so. Yum. Mm-hmm. Those pickles are so good, guys. I'm really surprised at actually how much flavor there is in them already. I wish you could taste this all. Super, super fresh. The mint is like key in there though. Okay, I'm excited to eat those later. You could also dip them into hoisin sauce or really anything that you want. Like those are so simple that they'll go well with anything. Okay, now I'm gonna bring all of my sandwich ingredients over here. Sweet chili oil, yes. So good. And look at this.
Oh God.
I don't want to set the fire alarm off again. So, there's our beautiful, like, charred chicken. It looks unreal. I love this little bubble here. And I'm going to slice into this bread. The moment of truth. And also brought my jalapenos over. That sound though. So I never want to slice this through when you're making a banh mi. But look at that. Beauty. The crumb is great. The crust is hard, but not as hard as like a French baguette. So that's how they said to make it. And I'm just gonna grab the mayo real quick. That's some bread. I'm so pumped about that. Now I want a baguette pan for sure. Okay, mayo is going in first. Some banh mi places put like so much mayo on their bread, but I'm gonna just go easy. If you like it a little bit more sweet, then go pick up like a Japanese Kewpie mayo. That one's always delicious. And next thing I'm gonna do is put a couple sprigs of cilantro in. Not too much. I still want to taste everything else. And then our cukes. You want to lay everything really nice and flat just so you can stuff like all of your ingredients in, because there is quite a few things. And then our pickles, make sure they're dried off pretty well. Get in there. And I'm not going to touch these with my hands, but a couple slices of fresh jalapeno. I slice these really thin, just so you don't get an overly spicy bite. And then a little bit of scallion as well that I diced up earlier fresh. And let's make a little bit of room so we can slice our chicken. That's really juicy feeling. It looks delicious. Super nice and moist inside still. That's why I love using chicken thigh for this. I would not use chicken breast. You do, but burglar. Like, whenever I eat spicy food, I get the hiccups. That's just my reaction, but like, I love spicy food, so I always try and just force myself to eat it more. And maybe I wouldn't have that reaction as much. Now you just stuff your awesome thigh in. This smells so good. I know you can't smell it, but I have to say it every time. And I think I'm gonna put just a little bit of more pickle on top for color. Get some of those nice shallots on there. Now I have to take a bite of that massive thing. It's gonna be epic. Yeah, I just have it hiding on the side. I put that in first. But here you go. And don't be afraid to use the stems either on the cilantro. It has a bunch of flavor as well. And they're not tough compared to parsley, let's say. Yeah, that's what my dad's gonna say too. So, this is a massive banh mi. And I'm gonna try and eat it. Mmm. On point. I did good, guys. Out of all the Vietnamese food that I've eaten, it's actually really good. I'm just tasting the chicken by itself. I would definitely season the chicken a little bit with salt though. So that's what I'm gonna do. as soon as I get off with you guys, but that's it. We made banh mi's from scratch. We made salad rolls, 2 dipping sauces. And I would say that's a pretty good Vietnamese feast. Yes, Bran. Do you want me to send you the recipes? Because I can do that. That goes for anyone. So I posted my email on my channel page. If you guys want any recipes, just email me and say what they are, and I'll send them to you. Okay, Butt Burglar, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. Tomorrow I'm gonna make shepherd's pie, but with beef, so it's actually cottage pie. My UK people gave me shit the other day. And I'm also gonna make date squares. So really simple food stream tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna call that a night. That was a long one, so I've been streaming for 4 hours already today. And Mia, it's time for you to go to bed. And to all my new people in here today, it's so great seeing you. I love seeing new faces every day, rather than all of my onion lovers. And don't forget to hit that follow. And whenever your Prime is in, I would gladly take that sub from you. Slowly but surely, I'll keep working on it. Okay, guys, have a great night. Cook with Kate is out. Bye, Mia.